Hello, welcome back to Bolt Action CP. Tonight we're doing our first Spectre Operations battle report. I got everything painted up, got most of the terrain done, so we're gonna give it a go. We've played a couple games already. It's been a little while, but I think we should be okay with the rules. So tonight we're doing a infiltration by elite task force operators into this compound. So the name of this mission is Operation Mercury, and I'll just read real quick the description of the mission. So a detachment of task force operators called Task Force Baker has been tasked with destroying a cache of handheld surface-to-air missiles, which are known as Operation Objective Mercury. These have been located at an ISIS compound in western Iraq. ISIS has already used these to destroy a number of Iraqi military helicopters, and the Iraqi government has requested help from the U.S. to neutralize the threat. Friendly POWs are known to be being held at this location, so airstrikes have been ruled out. The compound is located deep in ISIS territory and is manned by ISIS fighters, with more ISIS fighters ready to reinforce. The compound has been fortified and serves as a highway checkpoint and POW camp. At least 2 Kurdish soldiers captured in the fighting are known to be held in this location. So the conditions. Victory conditions. Task Force Baker will infiltrate the compound and destroy the missiles, then proceed to the extraction point. Secondary objective will be to free the Kurdish fighters. And the terrorist objective is to kill all the members of Task Force Baker. So I'll go over the forces real quick. So this is Task Force Baker, and there's Baker in the front there. So he has a carbine with red dot, laser scope, and suppressor. All carbines are kitted out that way. And every one of these task force operators has body armor, night vision, long range comms. I'm sorry, not long range. Only Baker has long range, but they all have personal comms, pistol, med kit, grenades, frag, smoke, and stun grenades. And we have 1 LMG, the red dot and a laser scope, 2 SMGs with red dot, laser sight, and suppressor subsonic rounds for the SMGs. We got 2 carbines, 1 has an underbarrel grenade launcher, and 1 combat shotgun, and he also has a carbine, and he also has a breaching kit and a breaching charge. Oh, and the 2 SMGs both have trauma kits. And the terrorist forces are led by a commander. I guess I should say real quick, these guys are, we're going to run them as trained. We'll see if that's too hard for the small task force to fight this many trained. If they just can't do anything, then next time maybe we'll drop them down to militia. With this militia, we're dying pretty fast. I think maybe if we make them trained, they might put up a little bit better of a fight. So they have 4 squads. Each is led by a guy with a assault rifle with a red dot, and 1 has a underbarrel grenade launcher. This one has 2 LMGs. This one's got 1 LMG. This squad has a RPG, and this squad has an RPG and a LMG and a designated marksman rifle. And these guys also have a heavy machine gun, a medium machine gun crew, and a sniper. Oh, and Task Force Baker also has their own sniper and a ghillie suit. So, conditions for the mission. It's nighttime. Conditions are clear. Task Force Baker starts alert. The terrorists start unalert. Initiative. Task Force Baker has the initiative. Duration until one side achieves an objective. So Task Force Baker can break down into any size units they want and deploy along any board edge in a 6 by 6 inch square. The terrorists, they can start with 1 squad alert, so they can pick a squad, and that squad can break down, and they can either occupy buildings, go on roofs, go in the watchtower, or patrol around the perimeter. That will be determined by the terrorist player. He will draw on a map where, if he's patrolling, which direction they go, and they'll move 6 inches in that direction every turn until they become aware of the Task Force Baker. They can also have 3 tripwires, which will be marked on the map. They can be 6 inches long. 2 of them are trip flares. When tripped, create a 12-inch pool of light. And the other one is a frag tripwire. And the HMG can be set up anywhere in the compound, and he starts alert as well. And the rest of the guys are asleep in the buildings. And one last rule, the searchlight on the watchtower, it'll be a 6-inch pool of light, which is about the size of that circle there. And just roll a scatter die, and whichever way it points, that's the way he'll point the searchlight. And it'll just stick kind of around the edge of the compound here. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think that'll do it. So how we're going to do this, Andre's going to be the terrorist, and we got these maps. So I'm going to step out for a little bit. He's going to mark his map with the tripwires, and if he's patrolling, which direction they're going. And he's also going to place the surface-to-air missiles, which is this here, in one of these buildings. I won't know where it is. I'm going to have to find it. So I'll go ahead and step out, let Andre deploy, and mark his map. And then when he's done, I'll come back and mark my map with my extraction zone, which is the only thing I need to mark, is where I need to get out of here to complete the mission. So we'll be back after Andre's done doing his thing.
So the terrorists have all been deployed, and I've got my layout of my map. So I've marked it out into the 3 tripwires and my patrol routes. So I've got 2 patrol routes. So the tripwires I've got labeled T1, T2, and T3, which is going to correspond to this location here, over in here, and then back across here is going to be my 3rd tripwire. The patrol routes, patrol 1 is going to be starting right in here, come around and do that route. The 2nd patrol is going to be moving around this way. T3 was my was the frag. The other 2 are lights. In this building, I've got the sniper and commander. Over in here, I've got a 5-man squad. Here, I've also got a 5-man squad with the machine gun on top. And over here, I've got a 2-man squad. I'm sorry, another 5-man. So I've got 2 alert guys up in the guard tower, along with the other 2 2-man patrols. And that is my setup. Oh, and of course the arms that they're trying to destroy are going to be in here. That's it for me. Travis will be back momentarily.
Alright, I'll be playing Task Force Baker. So I'm going to break down Task Force Baker into 2 teams. I have Baker, LMG, and a carbine. And team 2 is going to be SMG, 2 SMGs, carbine with grenade launcher, and my breacher. And then my sniper is going to be solo. So as far as the map goes, I'm going to deploy Baker over here. I'm going to deploy team 2 up here. And my exfil is going to be over here. And then I'm going to place my sniper down here, covering this area. So my plan will be to get Baker up, try and clear this building. Team 2 is going to come down, come through here. And then once Baker's out of the building, we're going to come up. Actually, I'm sorry. This is going to be Team 2. This is going to be Baker, because Team 2 has the submachine guns. So Team 2 will be here, Baker will be here. Team 2 will come up, use SMGs to clear this building silently. Baker will come down, kind of wait here. We'll link up. We'll move in, clear this compound, and search it. And hopefully we find the missiles in one of these two buildings here. If not, we'll know it's here. And we're going to have to clear that. So it's going to get hot at some point. I'm trying to stay silent as long as I can. But if I have to, I'll breach the wall of this compound to get in instead of going through the gate. And if we get the missiles in here, free the hostages and then exfil. If not, we'll have to move to this last building and then exfil. My off-table asset I choose an iron bomb, and I plan on dropping that on the way out, or as soon as we get these prisoners, we'll call it in, so wherever the resistance is, and wipe them out or pin them down. Just use it to help us get away. So I'm not sure where the tripwires are, so I'm gonna have to do some scanning on the way in and see if I find them. So that's my plan. We'll see if it as the old saying goes, as soon as the bullets start flying, the plan goes to hell. So but that's what I'm going to try to do. So we'll be back with the game. Alright, so we've gone through several turns. We're not going to be doing every turn. I'm still trying to figure out really how to do especially the beginning, go like in a minute and a half long, because it's nighttime. I'm sneaking around, Andre's just patrolling. So just an update so far. I started here with Team 2, and we've been scanning, looking for tripwires. Didn't find any, and I've moved up to there. Baker and his team, we started back here. We did scan, and we found a tripwire between the edge of that connex and the edge of the building. We moved up and cut it. The patrols, he walked down, went by the van, came back over there. These guys are kind of coming around this way, and the searchlight has stayed over in that area the whole time. And my sniper way over in the corner is just in Overwatch. So that's just an update now. We'll keep moving, and once the shooting starts, we'll be back. Alright, so update. Those two sentries, or the patrol, they turned and they spotted Baker and his team. I moved these guys up, tried to take a shot at them. I'm also going to, I see a guy in that building there, I'm going to try and take him out. These guys are alerted. They ran over to the doorway. So they're going to go try to alert this building here. So that's the update. We got 2 guys alerted already. I didn't sneak in very good, and we'll be back. Alright, so I think Task Force Baker knows now they're about to be woken up. So we're definitely going to open up with our silenced SMGs to take out the 2 guys I can see in that building. I don't think there's anything I can do about those 2. And alarming everyone inside the compound. So I'm going to go ahead and do the shooting now. So what's your defense there, Andre, for a trained? It's 2. So you're okay. So we'll do the shooting. So these guys are they're automatic, so they get 3 shots each. And remember, if I get 2 hits, you automatically die.
Yep.
And they're unaware, so their defense is actually 1.
Right.
So I don't even know if you can even. It's just an auto hit.
Auto dead if you're shooting with multiple.
Yeah, because so I got the +2 for having the laser beam and the red dot. Plus I'm starting at a 6, so that's an 8. So yeah, okay. So the 2 guys in the doorway are dead.
Okay. Mental note: don't be asleep when the special forces open up on you.
Yes. Wake up. I don't think people are going to be asleep for much longer. Okay, so is there anyone else in there?
If there is, would they be alerted from what just happened?
They would be alerted because they saw someone die within 4 inches, like all of a sudden is dead.
Okay, so yes, there are more in there.
Okay, so can we see?
Well, you don't know how many.
But I have more guys I can shoot. And I
That's
need
something you can't see.
I can launch a grenade in there. It's about to go hot anyway, man.
Okay.
I'm thinking I might just open up at this
Well-
point. I didn't sneak in. I didn't get very much sneaking done.
So my answer is there might be somebody awake in there. There might be a dozen guys awake in there.
There might be. Okay.
You can launch a grenade or not launch a grenade.
I'm trying to decide. Is there any way I can stop these two from getting in there? So if I get the initiative, I can move, but then you can move, and then you're out of sight. So there's not really a way I can stop them without having line of sight to them now and killing them. So they're going to get in there, and I'm assuming if they get inside of here, they're going to raise the alarm. Just shoot a gun off in the air, right?
Whatever the best terrorist signal for oh shit is.
Well, because a gunshot within an unsuppressed gunshot within 36 awake makes you awake.
Awesome.
So firing a burst off into the air, that'll do it.
They should have done that last turn.
But then they would be stuck there and they'd be dead. But they would have woken everyone up. So
hey, taking one for. Got to get to paradise somehow.
All right. So anyway, I took the two guys out in there. I don't know if there's any more. I can't see. I think there's a third one. So I could launch a grenade. If I do that, it's definitely going to go hot. But it's going to go hot anyway because next turn those guys are going to run in, fire a round off in the air, and then it's on. So I think I'll do it. I'm going to fire my underbarrel grenade launcher into the building.
All right.
So I'm just shooting it into the room. I can shoot an inanimate object. I don't need to have a target. So I'm just going to hit this back wall here.
Okay. All right.
So I need an 8, and I got a 6.
You hit it.
So we hit it.
So you hit the back wall right here.
Yep.
And
Ooh, your commander.
it looks like you just took his head off.
Well, so it's a 2-inch circle.
He was literally right there.
Okay. So I got it's a 5-up lethality on the underbarrel. So he's dead.
Okay.
So all these guys are dead. So Team 2 here has just cleared that building, but now the explosion has set off everything. So Andre still gets to shoot after this. So anyone that he has that can see me can fire. I don't know if he has anyone that can see me. We'll find out, but I'll still need to do my shoot. So what I'm going to do, I got a sniper. Ah, boy, see that machine gunner up there? Oh yeah, I can see him. So I'm going to take a shot at your machine gun with my sniper.
Of course you are.
So is that long range? That's 36?
Yeah, that's 30. Yeah.
Okay.
Well
So but I have a scope, so in the second range interval I get +1.
okay.
So here we go. So I'm at a 7.
I
And
think that's it. Oh.
actually, are we going to call that cover? It doesn't matter. I rolled. You're not going to be able to beat that. Even if I gave you +1 cover.
Okay.
So he's hit. So this is a heavy sniper rifle, and it's a 2+ lethality. 308 to the head. He's dead. All right, so I took out the heavy machine gun. That's kind of what my sniper was for. When things went hot, that was his job. And now it's Andre's shooting phase.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so now Andre's shooting phase, he can only see 12 inches. He doesn't have any night vision. I can see as if it were daytime because I have the night vision. So even if his machine gun, I thought maybe you might have a view on this guy, possibly. Probably not, but
Yeah.
but even then he would be more than 12, so you wouldn't be able to see.
Right. So I can't see anyone.
So he can't see anyone, but everyone's alert now. So we'll be back. All right, so the suppression, we got to deal out suppression. So these guys were within 12 of the machine gun. They could see him. They saw him die, so they each take a point of suppression. So now when we roll our next, when we roll the initiative for this turn now, because that's the end of that turn. I don't know what turn number it is. We're not even keeping track because there's no turn limit. He's going to have to subtract 4 from his leadership initiative roll. So he's going to be a negative number, and so I pretty much automatically get it. So I'll have initiative again, and we'll be back. All right, so I won the initiative. He's negative, and I'm still at a 6, so he can't possibly win. The searchlight went to the sound of the gunfire, so I heard that explosion. He swung it around this way. So I guess we can. I didn't really think about what happens if after everyone's alerted, if you stay on the searchlight, you can just keep pointing at the sound of the gunfire, so you can aim it.
That would.
So that's a good way to light me up, so you can see me.
But
like,
you got to be shooting for me to find you. So I guess I'd be going for the muzzle flashes.
Yeah.
That I don't actually normally get to notice.
Yeah. So anyone within 12 though, you can see.
Right.
So you know it's your guys or not. So that's what the searchlight can do. He can use it to try to light my guys up so that his guys can see him past 12 inches. But I got Mr. Heavy Sniper Rifle over there. And he likes killing guys on searchlights, so.
The searchlight's not going to be more than a couple more turns.
All right. One thing we forgot, Andre did lose all the suppression at the beginning of the turn. So actually he could have, he was rolling on 3 again on his command. Not 4, he lost his commander who had the 4 leadership. The next one is a squad leader who has 3. Earlier we said he was negative because he had 4 suppression, but we had forgot that you lose a suppression at the beginning of the turn. So each of those guys lost the 1, so he was back to a 3. So we're just gonna keep moving on. Alright, so we took a little bit of a 24-hour break, so now we're back again. We both finished our movement. So he moved all those guys out. He's got some guys back there, and then this is how my guys look. So now it's shooting phase. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a shot with my underbarrel grenade launcher right at this guy. Okay.
No, but
and I know I have line of sight because I got my trusty laser beam here. So I don't even think he gets any cover. I can totally see him. So underbarrel grenade launcher is a 12-inch range interval. So I'm in the second range interval. So that's -1 to my shooting. So I'm a 6. So I'm a 5. So go ahead and grab your dice. You're a 3 defense or 2. Actually, you're a 2 defense. So it's my 5 against your 2. 6. Okay, so it's a hit. All right, so it's a 2-inch blast template. So I hit him and the guy next to him. So 5 ups to kill. So neither one kills. So now I need to roll on the wounding table. So for this guy in the front, 1 and a 4 for the other guy. So 1 is light wound, I know that. And
4 is incapacitating serious wound.
Okay, so he's knocked out.
Bleed out in 4 turns, cannot move, may fire sidearm. Stats have grounding down for 2 turns.
I thought incapacitating would mean he can't move, but
he can't.
but he can still shoot.
A sidearm.
He doesn't have a sidearm, so.
Well.
So this guy's just a 1, so he's just knocked down, but he can crawl and shoot his normal. His weapon is normal at at half stats.
And everybody gets a in that that in the squad that was hit
Yeah,
takes a pin.
takes a suppression point. Yeah.
Suppression point.
All right, so we've looked at the rules a little bit, and it doesn't say anywhere that everyone in the squad of guys that get hit take a suppression. I could have swore I saw that somewhere. The only thing we found is that if a guy dies and he has suppression already, then all those suppressions are distributed through the squad. So that's where that came. That's the rule. Another rule that I found out in the time since we last played was that you can see without night vision up to 24 if you roll a 6 for train guys. So he can actually be able to see me up to 24 inches out if he rolls a 6. So that'll actually help the trained guys without night vision quite a bit. Alright, so we'll continue on with my shooting. So my saw right there, my light machine gun is going to fire on the guys in the tower. So I have a 36-inch range, so I'm assuming I'm probably in the second range interval.
No, I'd say that's first. Right there, right?
Okay.
Right in the middle of the...
Alright, so I got a red dot and a laser, so that's +2. So I'm at 8. We'll say you're 25% concealed and behind light cover. So that's 2 for you. So
okay.
So I was at 8, so I'm back down to 6. So this weapon has a sustained fire rule. So I pick the target, and then everyone within 2 inches of the target I can shoot. One of the 4 dice can go on them at -1. So I'm going to shoot 2 with the main guy. So I'm at a 6. I don't think you're going to be able to beat that with the 3.
Unlikely. Does that... so I got a 9... and you got an 11,
yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Right.
2 hits.
Okay, and the other guy, I'm at a 5 because I'm at -1 for the sustained fire rule. So 1 hit, and then...
So that's a 6 and a tie, you win, so...
I have to be over. Yeah. To hit you, I got to be above you.
A tie, I win the tie?
Yeah.
So I need a 6.
Nope. So both guys are hit. So they each take a suppression, and I'm going to roll on the lethality table. Lethality for a medium machine gun is 3 up. So these things are pretty badass. So let's see what happens. No. Neither one die. So this first guy here, he's a 5 on the casualty table, and the other guy is a 4. So 5, you're incapacitated for sure this time. Catastrophic incapacitating. So you bleed out in 3 turns. The other guy is the same as this other guy. He can fire his sidearm, which he doesn't have, and he bleeds out in 4 turns.
Okay.
So the first guy bleeds out in 3 turns. Alright, so my shooting, that's 2 guys. So what else do I have? Sniper. Oh yeah, I put you reman the machine gun. So I took that guy out, put him over here. So you're back on it, but I'm going to shoot him again. So a 2, so that's a 9 because I'm a 6 +1 for the scope. So that's 7 plus 2. And you're
9.
a 3.
I am a 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you could tie it, and you don't. So he's hit on a 2 up with a heavy sniper. He's dead. So I killed the machine gunner again. What other kind of things can I shoot with? Alright, so this operator is going to fire his carbine at those 2 guys. We'll say they're 50% obscured behind light cover. So that's a -3. -2 for the 50%, -1 for the wood light cover. That is the second range interval for a carbine, because it's 18. But I have a scope. Actually, he moved there, so he doesn't get. If you move, you don't get the scope.
Okay.
So I'm a 6.
What about the
-3.
vehicle?
Oh, the vehicle.
It's kind of right in the
I could see through the window though.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give you a 3 cover for being behind fortified the metal of the vehicle.
Sweet.
So right now you're actually at a 3 minus a 4, or so I'm actually rolling on a 2 on this one. So there's a good chance I don't hit you. Actually, I'm at a 1 because I'm doing rapid fire.
Oh.
So this is a 0.
A 0.
Yep.
So I automatically win that one. And I win that one also.
Okay, so operator misses that one. Alright, so this operator with the shotgun, and he has a carbine as well, he's going to fire on these guys too.
Okay.
So this time you're 50%, so you're at -3 this time for the wood and being 50% obscured. I'm at a 6. I move, scope don't count. So I'm not going to rapid fire, I'm just going to fire 1 shot so I don't get the other -1.
Okay.
So I'm at a 6, so I'm at a 3. So 1. So he misses again. That's 2 misses for the operators.
Don't see that a lot.
Yeah, I don't expect these guys to ever miss. Alright then. I'm going to fire this guy. Baker is going to fire his carbine. And he can see that guy minus the car, so he's going to shoot at him. Same deal, a 3 because he's doing just 1 shot. Okay, so you got to beat a. Of course, we're both. Yeah, never mind. You got it. So he's good. All right, so that's it for my shooting. Now Andre will do his shooting. All right, so we forgot to distribute the suppression to those 2 guys. Each took 2 shots from the operators that missed. They got shot at, so they've collected 2 suppressions. He tried to fire with that guy in the blue jacket. Couldn't see.
Actually, wouldn't it just be 2 suppressions because you single shot
That's true.
at that guy?
Yeah.
So the other guy didn't receive a.
Right.
He was not shot at.
So those guys attempted to spot him. They couldn't. They're within 24. They couldn't see him. So that's it for this turn. We've taken out the snipe machine gun, and we've wounded the 2 guys in the tower, and we wounded the front 2 guys in there with the M203 grenade launcher. Now we'll go on to the next turn.
Command sprint.
So they can sprint
9 inches.
9, yeah. So in the movement command, I just I did a scan over there and didn't see nothing, and Andre didn't do any command. And I combat sprinted these 2 guys, my breacher and one of my SMGs. Moved Baker up. I moved that carbine up. I put my saw on Overwatch, and my 203 guy just stayed put, covering the entrance there to that compound with all those guys in it. Alright, so movement wise, Andre sprinted these guys, his medium machine gun team, and that half the squad are coming this way, and he debated coming out. He debated coming out because I have my LMG on Overwatch, and I have my grenade launcher there, and he was kind of thinking maybe this would be the time to do it, but I think he thought better. So this is how he is now. So now we'll go on to the shooting phase. Alright, so after all the movement, there's nothing to shoot at. So he moved back. Yeah, so after the movement, there's no shooting. So we'll move on to the next turn.
I think that's all my stuff.
Yeah, so movement's over. He remanned the heavy machine gun again. Another squad came out of that building, so he's got a lot of guys in there. Task Force Baker has moved up there. My sniper ran, which is unfortunate because he's heavy, encumbering. So that means you can't shoot when he moves, so he can't take out the machine gun. And then he moved his he's got 2 units back there, a medium machine gun and half a squad moving around that edge. And I think that's it. That's it for movement. So we'll go on to shooting on this one. All right, shooting. I got to kill that machine gun. So I'm going to take a shot with my grenade launcher or carbine. I'll go carbine on them. So second range interval, and we'll say 25% obscured. So I have a scope. He didn't move, so he's 7 -1 for you being 25% obscured. So I'm at a 6 again. I got a 1. Ooh, 5.
I think that does it.
So I'm at a 7, and yeah, you're at an 8.
Woohoo!
Okay, so I missed. All right then. I guess I have no choice but to fire my machine gun. So my saw.
Which machine gun?
This guy here.
Oh, you were asking about. I thought you were asking about that guy.
No, is that guy in view?
No.
He's not?
No.
Oh boy. Okay then. I have no more shooting. I just ran up there. So your shooting phase. He might be too far. He's like over 24, so I don't think you can even see him.
Except for the muzzle flash.
I don't think there is muzzle flash when you have suppressor.
Okay, so. Oh yeah.
Oh, you are within 24. All right, we need to roll a 6. If he rolls a 6, this guy might be in trouble.
Yes. A 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Well.
All right then. Move on to the
Trying
next.
to build the anticipation.
Next turn. All right, so we're moving. Kind of screwed up, or big time screwed up. I was gonna move up. I got my breacher over here finally. We're gonna plant the breaching charge on the wall, blow through it. I ended my tactical movement phase. I didn't breach, so he was able to get all these guys out. They ran out. He ran some guys inside the building. So my plan has gone to hell. My plan was to get everyone within 6 inches. The breaching charge is like all their stats will go to 1.
Yeah. The only thing was I did have the machine gun on Overwatch there.
That's true. You're on Overwatch. So you could have laid. Oh yeah.
So
maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
I thought that was why you changed your mind, honestly.
Actually, I didn't think about it, but it worked out fine. It worked out fine for me. So I guess I won't breach. So anyway, we'll move on. Are you done moving?
Yeah.
Okay, so movement's over. I ran my grenade launcher guy up. He moved up here to cover this direction. He's moving 2 teams this way. I stacked everyone up here ready to breach and didn't breach, which, as we said, was maybe a good thing with the heavy machine gun on Overwatch. Okay, so shooting. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot with my sniper. So I'm at 7. Ooh. So I got 8 and you got 8. So I missed. I missed this damn machine gun. Damn you, sniper. Alright, now let me think about it and we'll be back with the rest of the shooting. Alright, so my saw is still there covering down the road. He's got sustained fire, 4 shots, so I'm going to light these dudes up.
Who are you shooting at?
I'll shoot at the guy in the front.
Okay.
So I'm within the first range interval. I have a red dot and laser. So I'm at an 8. And you're at a 3. So roll them. So we got a 2, 4, 3, and a 4.
So if you're at an 8, that's a 10.
Yep.
So they're all hits.
They're all automatic hits. Not a good idea to run out in front of a guy with a night vision, laser sight, red dot, and a machine gun. So this is a 3 up to kill. So 3 dead, and 2, which is like you're crawling. I think you can still shoot your main weapon. So 3 just die outright.
So
I'll just let you pick those guys out.
Well, I'm just going to go front 3.
Okay.
And then he got hit with a 2.
So he is, what's 2 on the casualty table?
medium wound. May crawl 3 inches, may fire primary or sidearm.
At half
Stats half.
Okay, so you can still
rounding up.
So you can still shoot
2
at me.
turns, then recovered.
Okay. Alright, so that's it for my shooting. So I've wiped out 3 of those guys. One's crawling on the ground wounded, so now it's your turn to shoot. So go for it.
Okay, don't we have to throw some markers out there?
What do you mean? Suppression?
Yeah.
No, because I killed the guys I was shooting at. Remember?
Okay, but
So,
then if you see a guy die, don't you have to take the suppression?
I'm not clear on that. I think it actually says if the guy that dies had suppression, then his suppression goes on to you.
Okay.
So maybe they take a suppression each for getting shot at. They died, so then you distribute the suppression. I'm gonna have to find that out. I'll have to clarify that, but
Okay. So I'm clear of suppression right now.
for now we'll say yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'll find out for sure. But
All right. So
can you see me?
That looks like 12 inches to me. Yep.
Okay.
Everybody can see you just fine.
All right. So roll the 2 guys that aren't wounded.
Okay. Well, there are different squads too, if that matters.
Don't matter.
Okay. So the guy with the machine gun.
All right. So he gets 4 shots. Actually, I guess I should have picked the targets, shouldn't I? Oh well. Okay. So you're a trained soldier. So your shooting is a 4, and my defense is a 3 as an elite operator. So we'll go ahead and start here. So that. Okay, so that's 7. What are you? What are yours?
4. So I'm +4. You're +3.
Yeah.
So
It's a 10 versus a 7, so that's a hit.
actually, they're all hits.
They're all hits, so he's dead.
Yep.
So you just killed my machine gunner. No. Alright then. Task Force Baker is taking a casualty. This is how it is though. It's like at the beginning it's like the operators are moving, they're kicking ass. All of a sudden
you
you
take everybody out. And
suddenly you take a casualty and it's like, uh-oh,
yeah.
we're in trouble. So I'm in kind of a little bit of trouble here because I got these guys, I got these guys, and I'm kind of trapped here. So not killing that machine gunner really screwed me, but alright, so that's it for your shooting.
Yeah, I got no more visible targets, so yeah.
Alright, so we'll move on to the next turn. Command phase, one important thing is he tried to do these 3 guys in Overwatch, and he actually did get the carbine guy in the bottom there, the red scarf in Overwatch. So that's kind of an important thing because if I move around there, he's going to be able to shoot at me, so I'll be back. Alright, well I ran movement and tactical. I moved my grenade launcher guy and around the edge of that Connex. He decided to spring his ambush on the Overwatch, but he was over 12. He had to roll a 6 to hit or to see him, and he couldn't do it, so nothing.
So
alright, so I'm going to try to breach again. So I have a breaching charge. We're saying that's a thick adobe wall, so it's a 7 up. The breaching charge gives me a +3. So on a d6 I need to get a 7 and I'm +3, so I add 3 to whatever I roll. A 6, so it's breached.
I think you've done it.
So we have breached the wall. So anyone within 6 inches of the breach gets stunned.
Even if they're inside another room?
I'd say so. I mean, the blast wave is going to go into the room. It's not going to stop.
Okay.
So do you have guys in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're all at all stats at a 1.
Okay.
Okay. So oh, you know what I forgot? This guy had body armor. You were supposed to take -1. I forgot what you rolled, but next time we'll remember that. Alright, so we've breached. Now I will move into the breach. So he's going to come in here. he is going to come into here. Baker is going to move up here, and he's going to move into there. Okay, so those are my, I still have to move this guy.
I need to fire my Overwatch.
Alright, go for it.
So I'll target this guy here.
The breacher?
He
Okay.
already fired?
He didn't, he just breached the wall. They haven't fired yet.
Okay, so he could still fire.
Oh yeah, all these guys can still fire.
Alright, so I'll fire on that guy right there.
Okay. So you can do rapid fire, which is you have to take a -1, or you can see one shot at your full.
So what's my full 4?
4.
And you're a 3.
I'm a 3, or you could do 2 shots at a 3.
I'll do 2 shots at 3s.
Okay.
We'll make it even here.
All right, I need a 6. Nope, that's a hit. So 1 hit. I beat him once and I lost 1. So roll on the lethality table.
3.
You're a 4 up, so you didn't kill him.
So wound table. Oh.
So you didn't. You got a 1, so he's just knocked down basically. He can fire at half stats, which is a 3, which is you. Basically the same stats you're shooting at right now.
Yeah. Try and hit something shooting like me.
All right. So this guy's got to move. He's just going to move back here behind this cover. All right. So we'll sort out the shooting. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. All right. So I breached Andre. He moved those guys up. He brought 2 of those guys that were out there inside. And both the guys in the tower bled out and died already. And that guy laying down bled out and died. So, and then he moved these guys around. So I will go ahead and do my shooting now. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is throw a frag grenade with Baker. He's going to throw it right in between these guys.
Okay.
So I need an 8. Which I got, barely. I'm a 6 plus a 2. So can you grab that template over there? So I got them all. 4 ups, so I'll start left to right.
So it's this inner line, right?
No, it's the whole thing is a 3-inch.
Oh, you said 2-inch.
Oh, it's 3. The frag grenade's a 3. The underbarrel's a 2-inch.
Okay.
So that's starting there. So there. So wounded the I killed this guy and this guy. You know that you guys are just wounded. So the first guy.
Don't I get to roll?
No.
Oh.
I'm throwing an inanimate object, so you don't get a defensive roll. So the first guy got a 3 on the table.
Yep.
Second guy got a 6, so he's out. He's incapacitated, and he'll be dead in 2 turns and bleeding out.
And the 3 means he can't fire his primary weapon, right?
Yeah, so he's just wounded. I think he's going to bleed out 4 turns.
5 turns.
5 turns, and he can fire at half stats as a weapon.
With his sidearm.
Which he doesn't have.
Well, he was all about the rocket launcher. This is true.
Yeah, the RPG. You should have set him up on the roof so that anyone that came through just...
Your sniper was kind of...
This guy is going to fire on your machine gunner. He's got a submachine gun, so he's going to do automatic fire at -1. Red dot, laser, first range, so I'm at, I think it's auto hit. I'm at 8.
And so
No, I'm at a 7. Because I'm a 6. I'm rapid firing at -1 each, so that's 5, but I'm +2.
Okay.
So that's 7s.
But then I'd be at a 3.
Oh yeah, okay, you
plus,
can still do it.
So I can roll a 9.
Alright, so here we go. Ooh, not good. So start over here.
Yeah.
Ooh, so he saved that shot. He's not gonna
Not that
You're
one.
gonna miss.
Alright.
So
So I saved 1.
he saved 1, got hit twice, so he's automatically killed. So SMG to the face. I'm going to throw a frag in there. Now this is kind of weird because I want to take the lid off because he can see in there.
Yeah, I'd say you can pull the lid now
because I can't see. Yeah. Hey, and there's the missiles. What do you know? Okay, frag time.
So did you see the missiles before or after you threw the frag in there?
It don't matter because I'm just trying to destroy the missiles. That's my objective. So if
how big a template is the missiles going up?
I didn't go into that much detail. If the missiles get hit with a frag grenade, they blow up in a 7-inch. No.
Sounds good.
So he's gonna throw a frag right there. So needing an 8. That's a hit. So I hit both of those guys. 4 ups. So 1 dies. 1's wounded. So he's knocked out. So he's dead. The other guy is incapacitated and gonna bleed out in 3 turns. My guy that's down, he's gonna throw a frag in there as well. But he's half stats, so he's at a 3. I need an 8. So what do I need? A 5 or higher to hit. So I missed. So it's going to scatter. Where's that scatter die at? Here it is. So it'll scatter D6. So it's going to go 4 inches that way, hit the wall, and we'll just say it doesn't hit. We'll say it goes off over here.
Okay.
Okay, what do I have left? Baker. No, he threw the grenade. He threw a grenade, he fired. So the last guy I have left to fire is this guy. And we're going to fire our carbine at you, at this guy there. So is that 18 inches?
That looks like a little more. Nope, you're under 18.
Okay, so I'm shooting at a 8. 6 plus the red dot, so 8. Another 1, damn it. Okay, so that's a hit.
So that'll be
9.
That'll be all right there.
7. No, you got 3 defense.
3 defense.
You got a 7, I got a 9. Because I'm shooting at 8. So
Whoa.
a 1's an 8. A 1 is a 9. So that's a double.
So you have to roll a 1, I have to roll a 6.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's dead. And okay, my sniper. We're gonna try to take the head off of the machine gunner. So I'm rolling on at a 7. At a 6, actually, we'll say you're 25% obscured. So I'm on 6. That's only an 8.
8. Damn.
That would have been good.
That would have been a game changer.
Well, you would have mowed all these guys down.
Yep.
So
you were kind of counting on your sniper there.
I was I was relying on my sniper to take him out because with a 2-up, sustained fire, everyone within 2 inches,
yeah,
it would have been a mess. All right, so now it's your shooting.
All right.
Oh wait, I still got this guy.
He can't see anybody.
So then you can't see him.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll let Andre figure out what he's gonna do. All right, so Andre's shooting. The RPG guy can't shoot because he moved. He's encumbering. He can shoot at the guy who's down, or him, but he chose him because he's in the open. And I screwed up big time because this guy and this guy, I was actually going to fire my underbarrel grenade launcher in between with the 2-inch template and take them both out. But instead I shot with my carbine and only killed the 1. So this guy's clear open to shoot. So go for it.
Okay, so how many shots on the...
So you can do rapid fire. So it'd be -1, so you'd be at 3.
0?
No, what's your shooting skill? It's 3, right? Or 4?
All stats are 1.
Oh, that's right, you're stunned. Yes, yes.
So I'm guessing I should probably just take 1 shot since I can't hit you with a 0, can I? Or,
well, it'd be D6 plus 0.
Actually,
so you could.
What's your defense?
I think it's 3.
3, so you're going to have at least a 4. I will go ahead and roll twice.
Okay. So you're rolling at 0.
And you got it.
I got it because I can't roll less than a 3. So you miss. So we got left is that guy.
And same deal.
Yeah, you can rapid fire. You got a grenade launcher.
But that's just a 2-inch.
It's a 2-inch template with a 5+ lethality. Oh, I forgot I had body armor too.
Except he moved, so he can't. Or can he do his grenade launcher if he
Yeah,
moves?
yeah, you can move and shoot the grenade launcher.
I need to take out multiple. Actually,
all right, so you're gonna fire a grenade launcher
Yeah.
at those two guys. All right, so you're shooting at what is it, 4?
Yep.
So a 3. All I need is what? Anything but?
Well, except I'm shooting at a.
You're shooting at a point. So you're shooting at an inanimate object.
Right.
Okay.
And
So
I missed.
So it scatters D6. So it can still hit me. Actually, that's a grenade launcher. Those kind of grenade launchers explode on impact, though. So they're not thrown weapons. So you would have to shoot. I mean, I don't know how that would work.
So I missed and hit the wall right behind
We'll
you.
we'll say where it scatters, and wherever is where it hits the wall. So just roll the scatter in D6. So you're shooting it right here.
Well, right between the two dudes.
So it moves an inch over that way.
So
The 2-inch, so you still hit both of them. Okay, but I have body armor.
okay.
So lethality was 5. Body armor makes you is -1, so you're killing. You have to roll 6s to kill. So neither kills. Okay. And they have medical kits too. So I roll. It's -1. I forgot about this also. So whatever you roll, you -1, and that's what my wound is.
Okay. So the guy who's still standing,
So it's a 1.
and the guy who's down.
So it's a 4. So he's dead because he got hit again.
Right.
So he dies, and he's down, but barely.
He's just got a minor wound.
Flesh
He'll be
wound.
back up next turn.
Yep. And he'll take a suppression. He took a suppression from getting hit earlier. Now he died, so I had to take his suppression and give it to someone else. So can you hand me 2 of those blue dice? So we'll give 1 to him. We'll give 1 to Baker, which won't matter because they'll be gone at the beginning of the
Right.
next turn.
Which
So that's it.
I've actually suppression, or well, no, because you just threw a grenade in. You didn't actually fire at me.
Yeah. All right. So this guy's wounded.
Yep.
I forgot what his wound was, but anyway, I think he was shooting with the sidearm and crawling. That's kind of the hard part about this game, is keeping track of all the wounds if they don't die. So this is a bloodbath in here. And Baker, Task Force Baker, I think, is coming out on top of it.
So far.
Okay, so we'll come back. We'll go ahead. This is the end of the turn. So we'll go into the next turn. All right, so command phase. He did get some guys on Overwatch. I did some scanning. I scanned both doorways for tripwires. Didn't find any. And what's that on top of the car? Both.
That's the RPG
Oh.
in there. On
RPGs
Overwatch.
on Overwatch. The assist back guys on Overwatch, and the back guys on Overwatch, not the machine gun. So remember, in this game it matters which way you're facing. So he's on Overwatch facing that direction, and he's on Overwatch facing this direction. So go ahead and do our tactical and movement phase. All right, so I'm done moving. He got the RPG on ambush, so I can't really move either of these guys because then an RPG will go flying through that window. I did move my grenade launcher up. Intent was to cover the gap, the breach, but I can also see him. This guy that was over here, I just moved him back to team up. And that guy is sidearm only, bleeding out in 5 turns. He has no sidearm, so he's pretty much just crawling around bleeding. And I'm gonna wipe that dude out. So the last guy I can't account for really is that guy. The breacher's dead, but that guy is still alive, and he can only fire a pistol or a. So I don't have anyone that can fire on him. You know what? Let me shit, man. screw it. I'm just gonna take my chances with him. So, because he can move out. Yeah, there's a breach here. I think the breach is an inch. So it's like right there. Alright, go ahead, Andre. Do your movement. Alright, so after Andre's movement, he moved his machine gun up, looked through the gap. These two guys are actually supposed to stick together. This guy and this guy are a squad. So they
But one of them was on Overwatch.
Oh, so they can't move.
So
I guess this guy can't move.
So he can't move?
Well, they're supposed to stay in squad cohesion. So he probably should go back.
I probably never should have rolled the Overwatch for the guy that could never have seen anything.
Yeah. No, we're all learning here. Just like I was telling Andre now that I'm still trying to wrap my head around, because when I moved here, he was there with the machine gun. In my head, I didn't think, well, if I move there, he'll just move here and then shoot this way. So, yeah, we're still learning. So, it's my shooting phase. So he's dead. He's got half stats. So my grenade launcher is gonna launch a grenade right to here, if I can see it. Where's that laser beam at? Here it is.
Can you shoot when you don't know that there's anybody over there?
Why wouldn't I know they're there? I can shoot it. Either one of these. I can shoot it. Yeah, I can't see him anyway. Yeah, I can't even. He can't get a shot.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna have to hope Actually, he's a medium machine. No, he's light. He can still shoot. Never mind. No, he is. That's the medium machine gun. He actually can't move and shoot. So I don't know if you want to rethink your move. Because technically, this is a medium machine gun team. So I'll let you redo your move. Alright, so now that we've cleared that up, it's a medium machine gun. He can't move and shoot. So he decided not to move here because he can't shoot anyway. So went from me being totally hosed with a machine gun firing, hitting everything in its path, and losing half the team, to suddenly I'm back in command here. So you done moving?
Yep.
So he said he put too many guys on Overwatch. So this guy's on Overwatch, this guy's on Overwatch. So since he went on Overwatch, his squad can't move. And they are technically a squad.
Yeah.
It's 2 men, so he couldn't move anyway. So anyway, so now we'll shoot. Now we'll do our shooting. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot the carbine at that guy. So am I within 18?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was alright. So I'm at a 6 plus 2 for the red dot and laser scope, and he's in the open. So I'm at 8. So that's a hit, and that's a 10.
Can actually roll.
Actually, you can't. You can get a 9.
Okay.
So he's dead. Wiped him out. We're gonna throw a frag grenade. No, he can't throw a frag grenade. See, I don't have any answer for this guy. I can shoot at him with my primary weapon though, at minus half stats.
Shooting with which guy?
The guy who's just wounded. This guy here.
Okay. He's shooting. Oh, at the RPG.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my stats are 3 or 6. Half is 3, but I still have my attachments. I'm not sure if it says half stats. I'm assuming that's just your base stats. I'm assuming the red dot and laser still count. So I'm at a 5 and a 4 because I'm going to rapid fire. So that's 2 9s.
2 6s.
You could do it. Ooh, you got one.
Hey,
so I didn't kill you outright.
Me.
So it's 4 up lethality. Oh, he didn't kill him. So let's see what happens to him.
Ooh, he's still bad.
Incapacitated.
Just as good.
Just as good. He's going to bleed out in 3 turns. And Baker will take a shot at that guy. Auto hit, as I'm at.
He's already got a wound, so he's dead.
Well, he's already wounded, so yeah, all I gotta do is hit him. So he's dead. And I don't have an answer for that guy because I don't have anyone facing that direction. He's dead. He's facing the wrong way. So now it's your shooting. Alright, so Andre is going to fire with assault rifle on him.
So that's 2 shots, right?
Yep, so you're 4, right?
Yeah. So that'll be
yeah, you're at 4.
So I'm at 3s.
You're 3s.
So a 9 and a 4.
Okay, so automatically I can defend that because I'm a 3.
Yeah.
So a 9.
Yep.
So I'm a 3. So what do I need? A high roll. Not gonna do it. So you wound him.
Okay. So lethality? No.
You fail. So
On the wound table, a 2. So
-1 for the med kit.
Ooh,
So
okay.
he's just wounded. And I have body armor too, so it's -1 your lethality, but you failed it anyway. So I got 2. He's just now wounded. We'll just put a 1 next to him, and that's it for this turn shooting. So we'll go ahead and do the initiative and everything. Yeah, the bug is he's going to free him. He's on Task Force Baker, but in a surprising turn of events, Andre got the initiative on this one. I rolled a 1, he rolled a 6. But at the same time, what is he going to do? He's got one guy that can really do anything. I guess you can move that guy out.
Well, but then I can't fire. Well,
Oh, he can fire. The assault rifle guy, he can't move and fire, but his teammate can.
okay.
So anyway, we'll do our movement and command and all that real quick. All right, so command phase, he did get his medium machine gun, and that last guy and against the wall there, they did pass their command of 2 or less, and both are in Overwatch. Now he's doing his movement. All right, so go ahead and do your shot. I decided to try to sprint that guy. He was in the corner, but I think he was visible to these guys. So I decided I want to get out of there, but he is a guy in Overwatch. So go ahead and so he's rolling 2 at -1 for his Overwatch guy sprung his Overwatch.
So a 9 and a 7.
All right, so I'm a 3. So that's a hit, and that's not a hit. So 1 hit. So go ahead and roll your -1.
3.
So not killed. Ooh. So that's not good.
So body armor and
So it's you rolled a 5, right?
6.
So it's a 5.
Okay, right.
So as he runs by, you spray him, boom, he's hit. He's down. Incapacitated. Now he's bleeding. So he'll be dead in 4 turns. So suddenly Task Force Baker's in big trouble. Alright, so I'll finish my movement.
Shooting. I'd like to take a shot here. What do you
Okay.
think?
Alright. So you get to shoot first.
Okay. So he's going to get a bunch of cover.
I'll say we'll give him 50% obscured.
Okay.
So that's -2 to your shooting.
-2.
Yep.
So I was at a 4, so I'm at a 2, and you're still at a 3 defense.
And if you do rapid fire, you have to do another -1.
I'll just take 1 shot.
Okay, so you're at a 2 and I'm at a 3. Okay.
You
So
got it
you missed. And that's
All
all the
right.
shooting you have, right?
for that guy.
Okay.
This guy will shoot on this guy.
Okay. So same deal, the cover. Because the breach is like an inch wide right there.
Okay.
So you can kind of see half of them.
All right. I'll do 2 shots.
So you're at a 1. Okay. And I'm at a 3. That's saved.
Got them both.
So missed. So I needed that.
Yep. Okay. And
Oh, I forgot to move my sniper, damn it.
this guy on this guy.
Okay. Wait, what guy on what guy?
This guy on this guy.
He's this This guy's dead. So that guy?
Okay. The guy that's not dead.
This guy or this guy?
This guy.
I don't know if you can see him. Because the breach is right here.
So it's a 1 inch.
The angle you're at is like, I don't think you can see him.
Okay, I'll shoot at this guy.
Okay. So you'll shoot a second, shoot at him again. All right.
You want me to re-roll?
Oh, did you roll?
I did.
Okay. I don't know what you had. Do you remember what you had?
I do. I'll re-roll, or I can keep what I had.
It's up to you. All right.
A 6 and a 2.
Okay. So that's a hit. So he's dead because he's wounded and he took a hit. So I'm down to 4 guys actually. My sniper.
No, because he's still.
No, he's dead.
Or no, he's still.
He's wounded.
He's still.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that's it for your shooting. Now it's my shooting phase. So I'm hurting here, but
I'm about to be hurt.
He's gonna throw a frag grenade.
Ooh.
Ooh. Right there. So I need a 2 up. Frag grenade hits.
So that's 3 inch. 3 inch will get them all.
So I got them all. So 4 up to kill. So we'll start here and work that way.
Sounds good.
Dead.
1. No.
Wounded.
No.
Wounded. And the machine gun. Dead.
All right. So 2 down, 2 to go.
All right, let's see what the wound is on him. That's a good wound.
4 and
oh, so he's incapacitated.
And he's just as.
He's sidearm guy, but
no sidearms. So basically, you took them all.
Yep. So there's still a chance that Task Force Baker can pull this off. So that'll be it for shooting. So move on to the next phase. All right, I forgot to actually. Baker hasn't shot, so he's going to shoot at the last guy.
Oh sure. This is next.
So we'll rapid fire with the. I think it's an auto hit. I got the red dot, the laser. I'm right through the window. You have no cover. I'm rolling on 8s. Oh, no, you're a 3, right?
Yeah.
So you could actually.
No, I'm a 2.
No, defenses. Your defense is 2. Yeah, it is.
No, my leadership is 2.
No, I'm rolling on your defense.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I get a 1, no, you can't because I'm at 8 and a 9. So that's it.
Alrighty.
So he's
Good
double
game.
tapped. All right, good game. All right, we'll come back and go over the AAR part.
I was.
Yeah, the AAR part here. So I won because I cleared the table of all the enemy troops. So that's an automatic win because I can obviously complete the rest of the objectives if I have no opposition. So here's what we're looking at. I had 1, 2, 3 dead operators. I had 1 severely wounded. Baker survived, and these 2 survived. And he was going to bleed out. These 2 were actually alive, but they would be dead.
Unless you wanted hostages.
I could capture them, I guess, but anyway.
Wasn't part of your mission objective.
No, we don't take prisoners. Not with these ISIS bastards. So anyway, my sniper, he would have made it. My exfil point was over here.
Okay.
So I kind of stuck to my plan at the beginning. I said my plan was to have 1 team go there, clear that. These guys were going to come up, and we're going to breach. We're going to search this, and yeah, we never got past that. We wound up just killing everyone.
Well,
so yeah,
that's where everybody was basically.
Yeah, I didn't know for sure. I thought I might have more guys in that building there, but I think this here was the deciding factor.
That was a nice grenade toss.
Guy came in.
Well, actually thinking to come back around the backside of the container with the medium machine gun on Overwatch there, I was feeling fairly safe. I thought it was going to take you another turn or two to to take those guys down.
So you thought I was going to come around this way?
I knew you weren't going to come around.
Oh.
I just thought you were going to have to figure out something else, and I wasn't worried about it that turn.
Yeah, I got lucky that a 6-inch move brought me exactly to that spot. And I have frags, so actually you had frags too on some of your squad leaders.
Oh,
but we kind of lost track of who the squad. It's kind of hard to keep track.
They all look alike.
They do. So I'm gonna get some of those silicone sleeve things that go around the base to mark, so that you can pick the squad leader out. But anyway, it was a good game. I think I lost guys.
One tripwire.
Yeah, I found the one tripwire here, which was that the flare.
That was a flare. There was another flare over here.
Okay.
And you had one of your guys was literally right here.
Yeah. And
the tripwire was just on his toe coming across this way.
Oh, the frag?
The frag.
Nice.
And you searched out here, you searched in here, but you did not.
Is that why you were being so precise about where I was searching?
Actually, I started that way right off because I knew if I altered it, you'd kind of get a heads up. So I was being precise about it from the get-go. And and it would have been, because I mean, literally, you did leave like a 3-inch gap there, and it just happened to be where the tripwire was.
Cool. All right, well, anyway, it was a good game.
Really good. Just, we're obviously still getting the rules down a bit, and that makes some of the tactics a little tricky. We still make a lot of mistakes tactically.
Right, but it was a bloody game, that's for sure. It usually is once you start getting into these, and I didn't know we had 15 guys hiding out in this building, so anyway.
Well, I'm finding to use your numbers, you need to have them grouped up, because these special ops guys will just mow you down if you're not not in close and tight.
Cool. All right, well, my phone's about to die, so we better wrap this up. So Task Force Baker completes its objective, and we'll come back with another one. I think the next one we're going to try is more of a straight up fight, daylight, everyone aware, and Task Force Baker will have to make it from one side to the other escorting a VIP. So that'll be the next mission, possibly. We'll see. I got another one I cooked up too that we can try out. So anyway, I hope this everyone enjoys this battle report, and we'll be back for the next one.